Good evening, and welcome back to Timberborn, where to nobody's surprise, most of our beavers in District 1 are starving. And over in the food as well, we have some beavers starving. And in the water, we have some beavers starving. Basically, we have beavers starving. And that's because we have no food. Surprise, surprise. We aren't producing enough carrots to support our population, and our population can still grow. In a previous live stream recently, I did experiments to check whether the well-being system changed the breeding pods, and not really. It's exactly the same as it was before. A breeding pod can support 10 beavers, and by that I mean that this produces a beaver roughly every 5 days, and by default, beavers live to be 50. So that means this produces its 10th kit by the time the first kit it produced dies of old age. So each breeding pod will increase your population by 10. Now, you have to increase your population number by your well-being as well. So you can see here we have well-being 7, which means we get in a 20% bonus. So that means that these breeding pods actually support 12 each instead of 10, because 10 plus 20% is 12. Makes sense, right? Which means we have 32 breeding pods times 12, that's 384 beavers. We currently have 358 total, which means we're still going to have many beavers grow and get their life going. So we probably need to pause some more of these again and get our population under control. How many actual beavers do we need? Well, we are going to get some more food now, because over here, we have built some new things. Oh, I can connect this up here. We've got our power line has been built along, it's not quite finished yet. We've got another district, our Gristmills district, which has Gristmills in it. Let's increase the ratio of that. And has stuff being delivered, so it's got some carrots, some potatoes, some water and some wheat being delivered, so it can turn the wheat into flour. And then you are going to export to Bakeries wheat. And here is Bakeries right next door. And you have got carrots, grilled potatoes, logs and water in here, ready to go. You don't have any bakeries made because District 1 couldn't reach because I chopped it off. Here is the gateway for this district, and then here is the gateway for these. I don't know why I've got two. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. Because my original plan was to have the pathway come along and have one district above and one district below. And then for some reason I built it this way. Because we were going to have a metal district in here, but the metal district can still go in here because it's only going to require basically these two smelters and that's it, and then access to this, so it'd be fine. There's no housing here yet. I forgot the housing. Kind of important, but it's okay. So we need to also send over to here planks and gears, because you need planks and gears to build things, and you need planks and gears as well. So let's get that going before we do anything. Gear workshop, you are to send to there. Planks. And yours into there. Planks. And you are to send gears to here. We can actually turn off this once it's finished doing its thing, and then turn it on and off as and when we need building to happen. So that's fine. I've changed up some of the distribution over here. So this is still District 1 with 2. This is the lumber yards that way around, and gear workshops. This one does water. This one is doing logs and grills, so it's supporting both this one and this one here. And this one is supporting the Gristmills and the Bakeries. And that's because there's not so many people in those two districts. So by having only, well, this has got 30 people in it, so maybe it's got a bit more than I anticipated. This has got 25, but it does seem like it's running okay at the moment, especially with other sources of food, so we're okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. You're sending wheat over, that's good. You're sending wheat and potatoes, that's fine. Done the same with the water here. We've got farms, we've got District 1, we have lumber yards and gear workshops. That one's logs and autosave. This one's Gristmills Bakeries. You should not be logs and logs. You should be logs and the grills. There we go. Okay, so that makes sense. And then you're distributing to everywhere, which is probably a bad idea. If I'm honest, this is probably a bad idea. and you're going to distribute. No, yeah, when we build the other one, which we haven't built yet, you're going to distribute everywhere as well. What I may do is I'm thinking of building another distribution post and doing the same, like have it deliver to everywhere. Because that way it means that like here, these may not do anything because District 1 may have carrots and it won't do anything and they're just wasted. Whereas if I had each and every one of these delivering to everywhere, they would always have jobs to do and stuff would get delivered quicker because like District 1 would get multiple deliveries. I'm just worried that the ones down the bottom of the list would not get as much. I don't know how smart it is, whether it would send all if I had all 6 of these sent into District 1 to start with, it would send all 6, or whether it would know, hey, you're sending this many, District 1 now has that many, you don't have to do it. So we'll see. But okay. So we need to figure out how many people we need here. I also have been putting in some rooftop terraces in places. So we have rooftop terraces dotted around. Yeah. So you need 9 people and 11 people. In fact, turn that down. Bottom, you need 8, 9. You need 10 people minimum. Okay. You need currently 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be a 6th one here, so you'll need 6 people minimum. Okay. Yeah, you're going to do cattail crackers. You do not need to be built. Okay, you are low. That's a future one. So yeah, so we need 6 people here, and we need 10 people here. So let's do that. Boom. Scroll down. Minimum of 10. Boop. You scroll down. Minimum of 6. Boop. I can turn down that. Right, in fact, we can turn that up. Make that a high priority. This is a high priority. Because we still have buildings and things to do, so we'll have some unemployed. Let's turn that up. There we go. They'll come across today. They'll get some food. They'll get a bit of water because we have pre-filled things here. You've got roots coming in from everywhere. And you are full, but hopefully you'll empty. No, you won't empty that out. There's nowhere for us to put real potatoes and carrots. I didn't do a storage for that. You're prepared to do wheat and wheat flour and cattail flour and cattail roots. I'm a little concerned that this might fill with flour and then have no space for the roots, but that's okay because the roots can go into the bakery, into the Gristmills, so not a problem. Your metal, I should probably put another storage in to store. Oh no, I got one here. Yes, I did do carrots and I did do grilled potatoes. So we have one there. And I think the same here. I think we've got one here, which is carrots. Yes, I did prepare somewhere for you to offload all your goods. The only thing you can't offload is going to be planks and gears, but you should only get 10 of them. That shouldn't be so bad. And we also have to wait for the wet season to come along. So let's figure out. So there we go. So now we have 275 beavers employed, and there are 12 vacancies. So we're 287 beavers, which means we need to enable 23 pods. I can turn off one side of this. So now we have 8, 16, 24. That's 240 beavers plus 10%, which would be 290-ish. So that should be enough to balance our population right now. Now, many beavers are going to die. Old age, loads of them. And also, they're just going to die, I think, of starvation. I think it's going to happen. We're going to have a populace drop down. But we will see how this goes. Hopefully it will be okay. Hopefully the Gristmills can get going at some point soon-ish. Very confused. I said 10 beavers over. You don't have a beaver? Why do you not have a beaver working here? We said 10. 4, 8, 9. Where's his head of beaver? Four in the workshop. 4 in there. 1 in there. Oh, I bet. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. There's a random lumberjack flag. There we go. Put on. There we go. Now you have beaver. Awesome. You have no power. But you have beaver. Yeah, beaver. Building needs power to operate. I don't know why this is saying it doesn't need power to operate, but it does, but whatever. There you go, now it said it needs power. Boom, connect that up there. That one's connected up there. That. Okay. Okay, so you will start milling once our power comes back. Hopefully by the time you've done that, we can get these built. Gear should be coming over. This is now empty in a bit, so yeah, get these built. And then you'll distribute flour from here to there. You can make bread, and then we need to build a distribution post, which I didn't do. I forgot about. Conveniently need a you need like the thing like need a oh yes. Here. Put it here. I'm gonna put it no, not there. No, not there. Not there. Because we have a path coming off the back here. That's ours as well. So we can build a distribution post back here. Yep, I think that'll be fine. Yep. And then you'll be able to go over. So this needs to be increased by at least 4 more people, which means 10. 10 beavers. There you go. Cool. And then you will be distributing bread everywhere, which is going to be very nice. Very, very nice. Hopefully it'll be fine. You've stopped working because there's no berries, because the beavers have been eating berries. You're full of chestnuts and dandelions, and you're full of chestnuts. I don't know where you got the dandelions from. Oh, you must have reached up here. Wow, okay. Impressive. We do have chestnut, maple tree. We have chestnuts here. We can get some chestnut going on and grill some chestnuts. We could happily put in grappers and put some chestnut in there. So we have access to more food. I kind of want to do that like now, rather than later. I think that wouldn't be a terrible idea. If we put a district centre, let's remove that tree. Make this the high priority. Get rid of that tree, if you would please. In the morning, and then we'll put in a turn here. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the game. And little trick if no one knows it: if you build platforms over the top of tree stumps, like this, and then remove said platforms, hold shift to quick remove. Just make sure you don't remove anything else important. Oh well, tree stump's gone. Not that tree stumps affect you in any way; they're just in the way. That's all. So yeah, we'll do this. Then we put in some gatherers here to get our chestnuts going on there. Because we've got a natural chestnut forest, so we might as well use it. And then we'll just export the chestnuts straight over to here, to the grill ones. I could make it part of the grill ones, but that would defeat the object of having multiple things in one place. We don't do that. We don't want to have multiple things in like this. This does not want to be gathering and grilling. This wants to just be grilling, what it's for. Then we'll have to get another distribution post, which means this needs more people, but that's okay. Come on, remove that. Then we can put a district centre in there. Come on, there you go. Go on. Go on, beaver. Go on. Right, took a long time. Oh, there you go. Right. And then we can path that up and put in a there. Put on. We want to put in a distribution post because we're going to need one of those. Luckily, District 1, I think, can accommodate building that. We'll get a drop-off point and we'll put it there. Yep. And then we're going to get some gatherers going on. Let's continue the path along. And we'll put some gatherers in there and there. They are going to gather berries as well, which is a little annoying, but we can always say, hey, would you export berries to District 1? Because we don't need them. So yeah, I think that'll be okay. We want somewhere to store our water, so wait for the autosave, and then we'll build a large water tank right there. Come on. Boom. And then we want to have a small storage, small warehouse Put that down here. And this wants to be carrots of 100. In fact, it does want to be carrots of 100. We are going to have to start upgrading things because grilled potatoes of 100. Yeah, we're going to have to start upgrading things because we also got bread, and that can not store 300. So I probably have to make these larger storages. Like make them the big warehouses so they can store 100 of each type of food, which makes 800, and still have some spare space for planks and things. Would probably be an idea we do. Well, how far can you reach? You can build everything in here. So would you do that? Would you please be so kind as to build that? Do the thing. Yeah. Okay, so we have our 2 bakeries running. They need some wheat. You've got wheat, but you don't have any power because we're still waiting for the day to be over. We need to build some engines as well. That might be an idea. But we're kind of waiting for the engines to drop down. And we need metal for the engines as well. But yeah, we want to drop all these down and then put the engines behind them. And then maybe run the path above all this. I'm really not too sure. Really not too sure which way around we want to do that. But yeah, so we'll leave this running for a moment, and I'll be back. Well, actually, it's a day. We'll leave it running. We shall watch it live, real time beaver migration. You're not getting enough potatoes, are you? No. Our populace has risen a lot, which means we're struggling with it. But turning these off means that we'll should be able to get our population back under control. It'll drop down to hopefully 280, 290-ish, something like that. Power line is connected all the way along up there. Power line continues along here. None of these need power. The Gristmills don't have anybody working in them, so they're not concerned. These are currently all doing wheat flour. And they do 0.78 of an hour, and they cook in that. So you need basically 2 for 1. So that's why we're doing it that way. You have got gears and planks in you, which is fine. You can use that for building. You have nothing. Hold on. Where's got 250 wheat? Where's the 250 wheat? 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh yeah. This here is a large storage, which has got wheat. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Forgetting my own builds. But okay, so let's see. I feel like some beavers are going to die. Look, beavers are probably already dying. Yep, died of hunger. So many beavers will be sacrificed. But it is a sacrifice that we're going to have to make for the good of beaver kind everywhere. We need some houses in this district as well. We've got 10, so we only need 2 sets of houses right now. Down here, 2 sets of houses down here. Then for you, we'll put 2 sets of houses opposite. Yeah, we can extend this out further down here. We'll just get rid of this metal, just extend this out. And the same for these. The bakeries will just extend that down. And then this path down here will go maybe over to logs if it needs to. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Giving them somewhere to live makes them live longer as well. Which is always nice. Always nice. Living longer. You know, you can wallow in your non-food. You know. I bet none of them beavers thought that the meal they had 3 days ago was going to be the last meal. But then who does? Whoever knows when their last meal is going to be, other than if you're on death row. But anytime you're going to know. Otherwise it could be anything. That bowl of breakfast cereal you ate, that could be your last meal. Unlikely, but possible. What a wonderfully morbid thing to say. And because all beavers are dying of hunger. That's what it is. Okay, so the water should be coming back now. Anyway, change of subject. Let's let the water flow. It'll take a little while. The wheels will start turning. Once the wheels are turning, the power system will kick in and we'll get the gristmill going, which is awesome. In fact, we can turn this down like this. You've got one job unfulfilled, so we can turn that down as well. We don't need any builders anymore. Well, we're doing some builders there, but one builder can do that. That's fine. You've got 2 unemployed. You've got 1 employed. Come on, water. Everywhere. Here comes the water. Oh, it turned. I saw it. Don't. Come on. Stop twitching and start spinning. You can do it. We believe in you. You have the power. Oh, 13, 14 horsepower. Yay. Let's go. 500, 600, 7, 8, 9, 1,000 horsepower. 1,002, 1,004, 1,006, 1,008, 9, 2,000 power. The Gristmills will start milling the grit. Well, hopefully milling the wheat, not the grit. And then you will grab that. Hopefully you can grab it out of it. Yes, you can. Awesome. And then you'll send that over here. And then you will start cooking up the stuff here. I'm going to set this to be flour. Bread. It will be cattail crackers in the future, but not right now. And then you need to distribute to everywhere, which is going to be fun. So distribute to District 1 bread. Distribute to water bread. Farm bread. We've got logs. Bread. This district is going to be our next one south, so we're going to ignore that for a moment. Here, red. Here, red. It's everywhere. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Get this here. It'll be easier. Housing. Where are you? Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 including that. So we should have 8. 8. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've missed somewhere. Where have we missed? We have 10 districts. Take 2 away. 1 we're not using, and 1 is ourselves. We don't need to distribute to ourselves. Should be 8. District 1, water, farms. Yep. Logs. Yep. Grills. Logs are down here. Grills are up here. Lumberyard Gear Workshop. Our next door neighbour. We missed the next door neighbour, the Gristmills. There we go. Okay, so you will start baking your bread. Grind their bones to bake your bread. And you'll distribute bread around, and we'll get some bread into the system, which will be fantastic. We need to add more people into this, so that means we need to increase your population by 4, which means I'm going to go 15 people. There. Which means you have 3 unemployed. But that's fine. They can be used for moving things around. You are the highest priority. That's fine. Okay. So bread's going to start getting distributed around. And with bread being distributed around, as well as carrots and that means they have 3 types of food to deal with. So it takes the demand off of the carrots and the potatoes. Yes, you still need to grow it and distribute it. That's fine. That's going to be part of it anyway. But it just means that there's food coming in from 3 different sources. I know the wheat's coming in from here anyway, but this is sending potatoes and grills up here. So then potatoes and grills are coming from that source, just these, and then this is redistributing everywhere. It says Bakeries are added to that, and then this is going to be delivering to all the places we need to be delivering to. So I'm hoping that it will ease the suffering that we have, and we'll be able to balance some things out. Concerned about our water, or more importantly, our distinct lack of water. But that may be simply because you apparently have 7 unemployed. What, really? Really? And you've got people living on the streets again. Let's put in 2 more houses. Just stick them in sort of anywhere I can around here. I need to increase your population again, I feel. To about 70. There's 3 unemployed beavers not knowing what they're doing, which makes a nice change. So that means that all of these pumps are now gonna pump. The pumps are gonna pump. Okay. I'm gonna set all of these ones down here to be 0, which means that when our distribution post, which I don't know if we have a distribution post here. Don't think we've not distribution post. Hauler's hut. We don't have a hauler's hut. We really could do with one. Really could do with a hauler's hut here. I feel as if that's going to be kind of important for this one. It just means that by doing it this way, we can increase the workers to 10, and we'll make it the lowest priority. And then we will increase your import by another 10. So we're going to go with actually we're going to go with 75 beavers. Okay. Yeah, then you can be taking the water out of these back ones and put them in the front ones, and then the front ones can do things here. I have previously mentioned about how we don't have to worry so much about haulers and things in District 1 because of looking after the breeding pods. I'm wrong about the district centre looking after breeding pods. They don't do it whilst they're on duty. However, any off-duty beaver, so after the work shift is finished, will come in their spare time to look after a breeding pod. So that's why they've all been looked after. Haulers will look after breeding pods. So a hauler will be part of their journey. You can actually prioritise them. So you can say, hey, these come first or anything else. So you can do that. That's fine. But distribution centres, district centres, sorry, don't look after hauling posts during their work shift. And I found that out by putting golems in one of them in a live stream, and the golems just did not look after the breeding pods. But once we built a hauling post, it did. So that's how we know. That's how we know. Okay, populace has dropped 287 plus 29 children. And that's fine. I feel like a lot of them probably died of hunger. But that's okay. That's okay. So we're up and running. All I need to do now is I need to leave this running and see what happens. Let's see whether we can start distributing food and wheat and things around successfully. I don't know how much wheat you've got. You've got 222 wheat, 100 grilled potatoes, so you're fine. 75 bread. Yep. Something I did not do here was didn't set the minimum bread. Do I want to set the minimum bread? Did I set the minimum here? Potatoes, grilled potatoes. I did not. So you could technically send all your grilled potatoes out. We don't want to do that. We want to always keep 100 grilled potatoes in stock. You don't have any storage at all. You have no storages whatsoever here. So we could probably do that. And you should be the same. You should, yeah, you're holding 100 carrots in stock. Okay. Yeah, so you should hold 100 bread in stock. Yeah. So once you get over 100 bread, we'll send it out. Let's build some storage here. Let's just build a large warehouse. That'll do. And I don't want to store grilled potatoes in. It should be allowed to store anything else it wants, but not grilled potato. Not the thing we're producing here. So we'll put it... yeah, that's good. We'll put it there. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to untick grilled potatoes. Put them. There you go. And the reason for that is that it's quite possible that this warehouse will fill up with goods. And if it fills up with potatoes, grilled potatoes, because they're producing so many grilled potatoes, none of the other stuff coming out of the distribution post can be stored out anywhere. So That's why you want to put a storage in, and whatever you're making in the area, you want to undo it. These ones here potentially could fill up with flour. It could fill up 100% with wheat flour. That's a possible issue that could happen. So I might not do that here and just say you can store anything else. Only storing 40 in there. We could say 100 of each, which means it will take out from here the food. But this doesn't have any food, so we're not distributing stuff properly. Our issue is getting people to actually deliver things around. You've got no food, so because you've got no food, you're working slowly. Because you've got no, you're not distributing the water, which means you've got no water, so you're not making the food. And because you're not making the food, everyone is starving. But I think we'll be okay because we're getting other things in. So I'll leave this running, and we'll see how it goes, and we will take it from there. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one. We'll see how it goes. I'm very concerned that it's just not going to work. I'm very concerned the more complicated we make the distribution system, the worse it's going to get, which is a problem, but just the way things are. That's just the way things are, it seems. So, yeah. But okay, until next time, have fun.